What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of GeekCypha here on Free X Agents Media. You can also check us out on GeekCypha.com. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful day. It's been a ridiculous season here in Montreal. We continue to have some of the weirdest weather, but guess what? You're somewhere in the world and you don't actually care about that. You know what you do care about? You know what you do care about? You care about how geeky we are.
Nah.
I think they do. I think they care a little bit about that geek shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the biggest geek things that we've seen on the news this week, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, they revealed a trailer at Gamescom and 2025. People have been talking about this ad nauseum. They're going crazy for it. I mean, I understand why, though, because based on what I saw, well, actually, let me rewind real quick. What's up? I'm Brian Holiday. On to my left, or I guess I should use this hand. To my left is my partner in crime, one of the fantastic hosts of this show, Joss D.
What's up, people?
How you doing, man? How you been?
I'm good. And you?
I've been okay. I've been just chilling. Work has been a little crazy. We had a new project that was very specific. So I spent the day listening to a very specific type of music for like 3 hours. It's very long. I hope the people that
you changed on the other end, like you came out the other end of the tunnel and you're just like gray haired. Oh, you're like, I've seen the face of God.
I had to learn so we're programming music in a language I don't speak.
Okay, fair enough.
And I had to look up the titles of some of the songs. And the titles that were written on the list were written phonetically.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not helpful.
Yeah, so I had to Google the phonetic title and the artist name. YouTube would tell me the real name of the song.
Right.
Because it would figure out, it'd be like, oh, you mean this, and would tell me the real name of the song. Then I had to use Google Translator to translate that and then search for that in the database.
Yeah.
Or the other times what I had to do was I'd have to look in the database by that artist, find all the songs by that artist, and then try and match the characters for a language I don't speak.
Wow. Got to use all your brain.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
Got to use your whole ass. You can't half-ass it. You got to use your whole ass.
This was a really ridiculous one. That, it's cool. Like, we had a client who has a very specific request, and it is what it is. So I'm not mad at the request. It is very interesting. And it is times like this that I kind of find it fun what I do, because you do get projects like this where it's like, hey, you don't speak this language, but this store wants this music and they want it as soon as possible. What can you do for us?
Right.
And the options usually are like, yeah, we can do that. It's going to take us some time. Are you okay with that? And in this case, they're just like, no, we need it by a specific date.
Ooh.
And we're like, okay, well, we're going to charge you a rush fee. And it's just like, that's fine. Charge us a rush fee. And we're like, damn, I thought that would deter you, but okay.
No. Want it?
That's
meow.
how bad they need it. That's how bad they need it. Yeah. So
want it right? Meow.
Yeah. Legit. Right? Meow. Yeah. Meow.
Meow.
Yeah. Like the emails back and forth was just like, get her done. And we're like, oh crap. So there's like literally 3 of us working on this project because the deadline's in like a week, and we're like, this is nuts. But
yeah,
I did my part today. I was supposed to do it tomorrow, but I figured it would be easier to do it today and do the other project I have to do tomorrow. Right. And I almost regret it a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
On your end, work's good. You guys
works good. Works coming in, works good. It's kind of like the lull season, and then once fall hits, then it's like because it's summertime, everyone's out with their kids, and everyone's doing this, so
Fridays
quiets down a little bit, but then I think like a little bit like either building up to Labor Day or like Labor Day onward, it gets here's all the projects, here they're coming out.
Crazy. I found the thing that I wanted to look at, that I wanted to share, and it's based on stuff you had sent to the chat before. We were talking about Batman Legacy of the the Dark Knight. My apologies, read that wrong. So they're working on this. People are very excited for it. Have you had a chance to look up any of the videos or anything?
Yeah, I looked up. I watched a bit. I watched the whole trailer, the release trailer or the reveal trailer. Excuse me.
Yeah.
A little bit of the gameplay trailer. So basically, this game is kind of doing something lightly similar to the Lego Batman movie, where it's
Yeah.
kind of touching all the Batman franchises. I guess from what I'm seeing, more so movie franchises. So like,
I'm
you
gonna
have
actually pull
the
that up on the
Batman
screen.
theme playing in the background, but then uh Batman will be clearly doing stuff and talking about stuff that are scenes from the Christopher Nolan Batman. But then um later on he'll quote something from the 1980s Batman. So they're pulling from everything. Joker is clearly Christopher Nolan's Joker, where he says, why so serious?
Oh, okay.
And then the gameplay actually looks more like Arkham. It seems like it plays out more like Arkham Asylum, the Arkham series of games where
So I was actually just about to read that. So like you just said, because this is from, I think Culture Crave had posted an image that explained a bunch of the same stuff that you're saying. Follows Bruce Wayne's entire story, which I feel is kind of crazy because that's a very long story. Incorporates elements from each Batman film. Open world experience. The confirmed gallery villains include the Joker, the Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, and Bane. Bane is being voiced by Matt Berry, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
People were very excited for that.
And the way the Penguin looks, he looks more like Batman. He looks like Batman Returns Penguin. So he's got like the sharp teeth, and he's got the bald head in the middle, but the long hair on the sides.
The DeVito one. Okay.
Yeah.
They confirmed playable characters include Jim Gordon, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul, which would be interesting. I'm wondering if that one's more of a rumor because I feel like having Talia al Ghul would be a big jump. But anyways,
well, we do see Jim Gordon. We do see
I saw that in the trailer,
Catwoman. And that Catwoman looks like Batman Returns Catwoman, and she talks to him.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
She says the line to him. Who's underneath that mask or something like that.
Right. And then has 2 difficulty levels: Cape Crusader and Dark Knight. Batcave can be customized to display bat suits, vehicles, and more. Has 2-player local co-op, which I think is really cool. They don't have a multiplayer announced as of yet, and the game includes an Arkham style combat system, which is what you were saying. A lot of people are very excited about that part.
So it's Traveler's Tales. TT is the people making the game. The people that made all the other Lego games. So from like Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, and all the other Lego Star Wars, all the Batmans, all the Marvel ones, Marvel Heroes, and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like a very ambitious project, and it seems fun. And I liked how the trailers just kind of like what they usually do is they spoof a lot of stuff.
Right.
They joke around. So Bane saying like, "Oh, you
only."
I was born in the darkness. And as he's walking closer and closer, he's like, "Ah!" And he picks up a Lego piece. Like, who the hell put that there? Out of my foot! Like, seriously.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, and then they also had the clip from. It even goes all the way to current Batman, Matt Reeves, the Batman. So you see the Penguin. He's driving, so it looks like Danny DeVito, and the Batmobiles change as well. So at first it looks like the Tumbler, and then it becomes the muscle car from the Batman, and the Joker's driving. He's like, I got you, and he plows through the fire and comes down.
Crazy. Oh, like in the Batman when he's
straight up remaking that whole scene, and as Batman's walking towards him, he's walking on rubber duckies.
And I saw the suit. It's like the tactical suit from one of the previous Batman movies, and then I'm guessing they're also going to have a darker suit similar to the more recent one, the Batman.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm guessing all the suits will be in it. Yeah. I'm not big on Lego universe games. I tried a few of them. They're okay. I like the concept. Like, when you were fighting someone, like I've done the Star Wars one. So when you're fighting, you can break up characters. I've done the Marvel one. I thought that was a lot of fun, but I don't find them as interesting as playing like the actual games. But this one, because it sounds like they're putting so much into it, even if I don't necessarily think I'll love the gameplay, I think I love the story, which shout out to my buddy Corey. He's always telling me sometimes he plays the games just for the story, not for the action.
They put a lot of time to craft that stuff,
For
and
sure.
I want to say, I've played a few of them, but I definitely want to play the Star Wars Skywalker saga because that seems to be like the most not necessarily complete one, but like there's
Okay.
more jokes in it. They could mess around a little bit and make fun and be like, hey, this was kind of silly and just that and the other. They got a little more leeway there. I know they also did Indiana Jones one as well, if I remember right.
Oh, yes, you're right. I mean, Lucasfilm probably has a really nice deal with Lego.
Yeah, for
they've
sure.
had because Star Wars has been doing stuff with Lego since before Disney was involved. So that license and that connection, that relationship has been great for them. I would imagine it only continues to profit and benefit both sides.
Yeah,
especially something like Indiana Jones, which, like we've said, not we've said, but just in general, has not been a part of the main conversation when it comes to IP for a bit, only because they weren't able to make. They made like that one movie with Homeboy, what's our friend's name, Shia LaBeouf, the
right.
Crystal Skull one, and then that one didn't necessarily do as well, and they came back with this most recent one, which was not necessarily adored, but I think that Indiana Jones as an IP is a very classic one, and like you've said on this show, it's George Lucas kind of not making a nod to the serials he watched when he was younger. So
yeah, I think that's like a lot of like George Lucas and Spielberg. They're always kind of hinting, like playing back to the things that that inspired them. So like when you watch, that's what most creators do. They're doing stuff that inspired them back in the
oh,
day.
for sure. 100%.
And with George Lucas, it was definitely like those heroic serials. And then also on top of that, like Indiana Jones has always been influential in video games and in media. Like everyone's always trying to make the next Indiana Jones. It just doesn't work out that way.
Right.
And two big video game franchises, Uncharted and Lara Croft, are definitely, hey,
100%.
let's do Indiana Jones but a girl, or let's do Tomb Raider but dude Tomb Raider.
Yeah, like a younger kind of. I don't know. How do you explain Nathan Drake? He does feel like Indiana Jones, and
I would say he's a more roguish. He's definitely raiding tombs for profit. Like even though it's like, oh, he's the good guy, it's like, I don't think he's really turning it into a library
museum,
or he's not giving it over to the authorities. He's like, I'm gonna sell this and I'm gonna get out the game for good. Oh nope, I keep coming back because I love the adventure.
Every time I get out, they pull me back in. Yeah. 100%. I like the character though. When did you see the movie that they made with the?
I didn't get to see the movie. I want to. I should get around to watching it. I still have to play the last game in the series, or the last one. What's it called? It was like a side story, but it was with the two female characters in the whole series that are pretty badass, and I heard that was like the best one.
My thing with it is, so I saw the film, and if Nathan Drake is supposed to be like the grandchild of Indiana and the son of Lara Croft, the Tom Holland does like game universe type energy of like
energy. Okay.
Yeah, like you're the he's not. I don't mean in story. He is
there.
Like Lara Croft's not Indy's daughter, but like in the sense of like spiritual continuation of that story, that type of story. And I will say, if you gave me an old Indy movie, the first Lara Croft movie with Angelina Jolie, not the stupid silver bodysuit one, but the one like the first one, and also not Alicia Vikander, whatever her name is.
Like, the newer one that came out.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I didn't like that one. And then you give me Tom Holland. I can kind of see the lineage in the characters, and that feels like a good homage. But shout outs to what you said. It's T and what? Sorry for the name of the company. It's
Traveler's Tales, I think.
Traveler's Tales. Okay.
The development team.
So shout outs to them because this is really cool. I think people are really excited for it. And Batman, Legend of the Dark Knight as a video game covering all of the Batman lore sounds like a big task. But if they can do it well, it should be really cool, man.
I think I feel like it's more so the movie lore. I think that's what they usually kind of specialize in because Star Wars movies, the Indiana Jones series movies. So I think they focus specifically.
Super nerdy though. Are we gonna get the 66 movie? You think? Will they go that far back?
Are we gonna get if there is a Two-Face, are we gonna get Tommy Lee Jones, or are we gonna get
right,
Billy D. Williams?
right. Like if these guys are really gonna go all the way, like 66, include give us Wayans as Robin if you're gonna go. Like that would be really cool to go that far with it.
Part of me feels like they might not, because like
that's unfortunate.
You know, like again, you know, this. I feel like a lot of times video games now, you know, because the demographic is skewing a little bit older because kids aren't really playing on consoles anymore like they were. Yeah. So console time is usually like family time. It's where the parents bring the kids into the consoles, and it's a little bit easier to get them to be into. Hey, this is what I watched when I was a kid.
Right.
You know, I don't think I got to see the old 60s movie until like the reruns of the 60s show like kind of finished, and they're like, oh hey, let's make it a big
Do you
TV
think
event.
they'll include the Lego Batman movie stuff though? That one they should at least include.
Maybe yes, maybe no. But again, the Lego Batman movie is also cribbing from all the other movies that came out as well.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but even it goes a step further. It introduces a black Batgirl, which was not part of the canon at that time. So that like
black or Latino? I was always confused.
Both, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
why not both?
Well, it's only because homeboy Jim Gordon is played by Jeffrey Wright, right?
Who ends up becoming Jim Gordon anyway.
Right. So like in my head, you're like, if you're gonna introduce some of the Lego Batman stuff and you're gonna have like Black Batgirl, you're gonna have some of that stuff, and even just like, you know, Will Arnett did a pretty funny job as the character.
Yeah,
shouts him for voice roles right now. He's over on Twisted Metal doing Sweet Tooth. Yeah. So I'd be down to see some of the Lego Batman, at least the vehicles, because I gotta say, I love Lego. You know, you guys see all the collections behind me. If you're watching this, if you're listening, you've probably heard me talk about Lego quite a bit. And I have almost all the Lego Batman vehicles, like movie vehicles downstairs. And so Lego versions of all the movie vehicles. But on top of that, I also have the Lego Batman vehicles. So that kind of 4-in-1 separated vehicle, and then his other like vehicle that can elevate itself. The wheels turn in, I think, 90 degrees, and then they also rotate like in the fourth dimension. Like they kind of go up, down, and in and out from the vehicle. And stuff like that is super interesting to me, and I think it would be fun to see it in the game. Now, if they're going to try and do something more serious, because like we were saying, those other movies are far more serious, you might not include that stuff. But for us little geeks who like to play, because sandboxing with those Lego sets would be epic. I would love that. That's essentially why I'm asking for it.
Even though those movies are serious, I feel like the game's going to be a little bit silly. Again, like I said, with the rubber duckies, with Penguin, Bane stepping on a Lego piece. He didn't like. It's funny because he's a minifig and he still stepped on a big four block. And then Batman says, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. And his mask just flips around in a circle on his head.
I gotta say, they did a good job for the trailer. They definitely, like, it's one of the things I'm seeing the most talked about online right now. Just that. So, and I guess that game's gonna come out in 2026. Like, I don't think it's gonna come out.
I don't know how far along they are, but usually when they talk about games now, they want to either hit it for fall and then get out for Thanksgiving and then get out for Christmas. So I'm not sure, but they didn't mention a release date. So I think 2026 is probably a good guess.
Safe guess. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, safe guess.
Other news we had: Blue-Eyed Samurai Season 2 poster reveal. This was a panel set for anime, and they have a panel set for Anime NYC. I don't know if you guys got to see Blue-Eyed Samurai. This is one of those shows that I slept on early on, which was a mistake. Once I watched it, once we all watched it, I think we can all say it was a very, very well told story. The kind of like a little bit of Afro samurai, like the kind of like just a general anime storytelling of like hunting and being on an adventure and people coming after you. And it's just so well done. And, you know, I'm not to spoil anything. I mean, we have talked about it, but when you find out that this, on top of that, a woman, you know, that like you don't necessarily have a lot of, at least Western society. I know probably in the East they have a bunch of stories with female leads doing badass shit like this all the time. Western society, we don't get as many of the, like I talked about Lara Croft, but we did 2 or 3 movies for her with 2 different actresses. Meanwhile, Indiana Jones has gotten like 7. You know what I mean? Like, so it's that unfortunate dichotomy of like, these male heroes are so much better. Blue-Eyed Samurai.
We have some here and there, and it's surprising that's like James Cameron gave us 2.
For the Ripley, yes,
Ripley,
yeah,
and
I'm actually going to talk about Alien
and Terminator.
Sarah Connor,
yeah,
true. Okay, that's fair.
And what's interesting between Terminator 1 and 2, she has a character change. She has a character shift,
and is fantastic. The thing I would say though is I wish that all the Terminator movies continue to focus on Sarah Connor in some way, as opposed to like the point I was making with Indiana Jones is Indy is the star of all his movies.
Yeah.
Whereas in Terminator, Sarah Connors is not the star of all the movies. She's the star of 1 or 2. Then she comes back. So it's stuff like that. But all this to say, Blue-Eyed Samurai, I really hope that they're able to continue this. I don't know how long. I don't know is it based on a manga first?
That part I'm not sure.
Yeah, because if it is based on a manga, I hope they'd be able to continue and explore the story quite a bit more, and that we get a lot of seasons. And if it's not, and it's just based on an original IP, I hope that they just keep writing out of this because it would be super interesting.
I think it's a original. It could be an original story. I think the creators of Blue-Eyed Samurai drew inspiration from various sources, including their own daughter's blue eyes, the experiences of a woman in Hollywood, the Clint Eastwood archetype, and the film Lady Snowblood.
Okay, a woman in Hollywood is that's exactly what I was saying. So I like that. That is something I got from that is something that they're doing. That is pretty cool.
And again, the Lady Snowblood movie is what inspired, what's his name? Quentin Tarantino to do, or one of the influences for Kill Bill. Yeah. So when they're fighting in the snow and stuff, that comes from that movie, and you also see pulling from that movie a lot as well.
Okay. So yeah.
Homework.
Yeah. I mean, again, if it's not based on anything and it's an original IP, bong, even better, because I hope that they can just continue the story in perpetuity. Like, it's one of those things where I really think Blue-Eyed Samurai could potentially be one of those long-standing stories because the character is so interesting and it's just such a good fighter. Like she just I would love to see. Obviously, we're not going to see this, but like Blue-Eyed Samurai feels like they could go up against Batman in the in the sense that they don't stay down. Like Batman doesn't stay down. Blue-Eyed Samurai also feels like a character that just does not stay down.
I didn't hear the bell ring.
Right? Yeah, you see that in season 1.
Oh, you mean what about Captain America?
Yeah, I could do this all day.
America. He's like, I could do this all day.
Yeah, but that's it, right?
And he's like weak. He's weak.
Yeah, I like those characters, and I think that you're giving good examples. Captain America, Batman, and like Blue-Eyed Samurai is someone that I think, if given the chance, could be as interesting and impressive if they continue it. The only reason I'm saying all this is because I do not trust Netflix. Ultimately, I don't trust them at all.
Everyone loves this show. Get rid of it.
Exactly. Exactly. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Dragon Pearl of Destruction reveal trailer at Gamescom. So I gotta say, I didn't expect a He-Man game because I mean it makes sense if you're gonna have the movie coming out.
Yeah,
it's the right time to release something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. It wasn't on my radar. It wasn't something I ever thought about.
But it's a lot of retro properties are having beat 'em ups right now, and I think it's because they saw how well Streets of Rage 4 did.
Okay,
and then River City Girls and River City Girls 2 did, and so like now, and then also what was it?
TMNT.
TMNT, and then Scott Pilgrim's coming back out again with a new game, EX, I think. So it's kind of a big renaissance of beat 'em ups. I think there was also I think Dave also mentioned that he was playing the Power Rangers beat 'em up game.
Oh yes,
as well. So I think there was a G.I. Joe one, but I heard it was not good, sadly. That was kind of a cash grab.
I'm just wondering if this He-Man one, because I watched the trailer myself. It was very short. I'm gonna try and share that on the screen again. And when I watched it, I just remember thinking like, this looks exactly like the TMNT one. And I thought to myself, like, oh, okay, like I guess I'm open to, like, I understand a beat 'em up is super great and like you want one because it in of itself it's just to run around and beat stuff up, but when I watch the gameplay, it feels exactly like the TMNT. Even some of the movements, when I watch it, feel the same. And I'm just wondering if this was like, does it feel like a money grab? They just skinned this over, or is there something else we could have done? Like,
no, I don't think
it look the same. Like, am I jaded for that reason?
It's not a skin over because it's by this other group called Bitmap Bureau.
Okay.
And they've made some other games too. So here's the games that they've worked on: Final Vendetta, which is another side-scrolling beat 'em up. The big game that they have coming out soon is the Terminator 2D No Fate, which is a 2D side-scrolling action game.
Interesting.
So if you want to bring that one up, that one's pretty crazy. So it's basically Terminator 2, but as a like Contra-like game, basically. And it's just basically going through everything from throughout the whole movie, the whole T2 movie, which is pretty crazy and cool and really cool. So Bitmap Bureau, they've done a lot. I think they've done a lot of decent stuff here.
Okay.
I'm like looking at their stuff that they've done.
I just get worried because, like you said, if this is a renaissance and everyone's jumping on the bandwagon, that's cool as long as it feels authentic and not just everyone's doing it for a money grab. Don't get me wrong. We live in a capitalist system. There's always a money element. I'm just saying, I hope they're doing it for the love of the game. Like,
yeah, I think so. I think it's one of those things like, hey, we've made these games that are original. And now with Terminator 2, they got properties now, Terminator 2 and He-Man. So I'm sure they're like having a ball, just like, oh, let's get all these toys from Mattel. Oh, okay, we're gonna model this, we're gonna model that, and we're gonna keep it colorful and making it look like the cartoon show, or maybe more 1632-bit. I would say more 32-bit because there's more animation going on. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I'm sure a lot of people are pretty pumped for He-Man. I know a lot of friends that are a smidge bit older than me are about their He-Man.
There was another game that I saw people talking about recently. I'm trying to remember the name. It's made by Nakon, and the team was talking about how much they'd been working on this, and that Hell is Us.
Is that? I think they're based out of Montreal, right?
That I don't remember. I just know Hell is Us. They're like, it kind of looks like they are based out of Montreal?
Okay, no, sorry. The main director is based out of Montreal because he worked at Eidos Montreal on the Deus Ex games, the last two Deus Ex games. So this is like a smaller game, and I've heard about this game. It looks pretty interesting and really weird.
Yeah, I just remember one of the things that when they were interviewing one of the guys who worked on it, maybe the same guy you're talking about.
Or the director,
yeah. He was talking about how this team was so dedicated, and that it almost sounded, and I know it's a capitalist system. You have to be making this for the purposes of making money with it. But they were talking about the fact that they're doing this for the love of a game. All the programmers on the game are older programmers who worked on previous video games, so they have an older approach with the new tech,
right?
So they're saying one of the things is like, there's not as much like hand holding was the term they use, where like some of these games kind of hand hold and give you quite a bit of the here you need to go this way with hints and stuff like that. They were kind of implying that like, this game is going to have less of that. You're really going to have to work to get to the end. And I thought that was interesting. And I think that's when I was saying like, I hope people aren't just doing it for the money. It's comments like that make me excited when they're making games. Sorry, you were about to say something.
Well, I remember with Deus Ex, the first one, that's based off of this game that came out in the 2000s. And it was like one of the first Sims, what was it called again? Immersive Sims games kind of thing. So one of the things they would do is like someone would tell you, hey, go to 54th Street and 2nd. And then you walk out and then you look up at signage on the street.
Oh,
to make
wow.
sure, so because it's all plotted out.
It's not like arrows like directing you.
No, because that
Nice.
was before then. So this game came out in the era of like waypoints and stuff like that.
Right.
So they actually made like a PSA saying like, hey, when you play the game on easy and normal, the augmented reality will point you where to go and everything, because that's But when you play it on hard, you could remove that, or it takes it off.
Oh, cool.
And so I was like, oh, that's super cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what was funny is like a friend of mine was playing the game and he was telling me like, oh, the QA people didn't do a good job because the AR isn't working right and da da da. I was like, what difficulty are you playing on? He's like, I'm playing on hard. Why? I was like, play it on, switch it to normal. And he switched it to normal. He's like, oh, what the heck? I was like, yeah, they said they were going to remove that, but also when the people tell you about the streets, look for the street names. Like the street names are accurate.
I had another piece of news that I forgot to add to the list, but Tramell Tillman from Severance, Devour Feculence of the Devour Feculence fame, delivered one of the best lines. He's also recently in the latest Mission Impossible movie, is joining the cast of Brand New Day for Spider-Man. So he's heading from the severed floor to the streets of NYC. The Emmy-nominated actor joined the cast of Sony and Marvel's Spider-Man Brand New Day. Details on his character in the web-slinging adventure remain under wraps at the moment, which is unfortunate. I understand that they don't want to reveal too much about the movie because they want it to be a surprise. It's just that when the actor is someone who is on the come up, I wouldn't mind them leaking the information because it only helps his... No, but I mean, it's not like we're gonna know what the movie is. But if this guy is he's a young, relatively up and coming actor, right? Like he's done Severance, he blew up on Severance, he's been in a Mission Impossible movie, and now he's gonna be in a Spider-Man movie. So he is making the steps to do some really great stuff, and then he's gonna be playing hopefully a bigger role. Because my concern
What's his
is
name again?
Tramell Tramell Tillman. My concern with having someone like this is they're going to say he's in the movie because it's cool to have him in the movie because his stock is high, but then they give him a small role.
Right.
And that bothers me. Don't use his name while he's hot to gain momentum on the story for them to then turn around and not give us more.
I wonder if because they're like, hey, we're not saying who it is because he's probably the Prowler.
Oh, sir,
you know what I mean?
If you are right, I would love that. If he's Prowler, would be a great one. I would be super excited for that.
So like they're probably not saying anything because Tom Holland blabs.
Yeah,
but I think the only reason Tom Holland blabs, and what's the other guy that plays the Hulk?
Oh man, why am I drawing?
Plays the Hulk.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Ed Norton and Mark Ruffalo. Thank you.
Mark Ruffalo. I think the reason they blab because they got contracts, right? They got contracts for multiple movies. Mark Ruffalo, they ain't using them a lot. They're not going to give the Hulk his own movie unless they kind of wrap it around somebody else that they can attach it to. So they're kind of sitting in the cut, just like blah 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 blah. This is what's going on in Endgame. This is what's going on in this game. I'm just gonna be on my phone and stream it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and fire me.
That is funny though, because what's her name did that during the filming for Thunderbolts at one point. She filmed a bunch of stuff for some scenes, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, lady. And then she's just like, no, I'm not gonna say where I am, but it was obvious it was the Thunderbolt set. So you're not
even like in any profession, they send out emails constantly saying like, do not tell people where you are. Don't post up stuff from the set and then post it on your thing. We will know.
So ridiculous. Okay, that's fair. Probably. I mean, Gambino's probably not going to be able to play that character now. They're definitely likely moving away from that. So
why, he's too old?
I don't think it's an age factor.
Or he's not imposing enough.
I'm just wondering, like, if Gambino wants to play Prowler anymore. Like, other than that scene we saw in the previous movie where Spider-Man kind of webs him to the car, I don't know that he's... Like, they haven't used him since. So, and I don't...
Technically, they did in the
I know, but I'm talking about in the same universe. Yes,
okay.
you're right. In
Technically,
Sony was smart enough to put a little cameo for the funnies, haha. But when we're talking
he's in
like
the suit, which is surprising.
yes,
too.
which was
I was
very
like,
nice.
damn, they put them all in this. Like they went all in. And they're like, oh well, you're going to do it. We'll do it.
But yeah, true. Because Marvel missed the like. If you're not going to put him in the suit, what's the point? And Sony was just like, we'll cameo him in the suit, which is great. I do love that. I just think that if you're not going to use childish or maybe conflicting schedules, who knows? But
Yeah.
I think this guy, Tramell Tillman.
Oh, maybe it could be a health thing too. Remember, because he still didn't put out that album. Well, when you put out the album, he didn't put out that movie yet.
No,
So
the movie was a ruse, apparently.
Yeah,
these guys told me.
Yeah, Janessa told us that was a big joke that we got played. So
yeah, I'm very mad about that.
Yeah. I mean, Childish Gambino playing games is not new, so it is what it is. But Tramell Tillman jumping into the brand new day is exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Spider-Man movie.
New Spider-Man. Another piece of news that I want to talk about real quick, and probably one of the last pieces. Noah Centineo, right? Is that how you pronounce his name? The kid who was supposed to be He-Man before, and he's been in like he was the star of a Netflix show. Don't remember the name of the show, but they're doing a Rambo prequel.
Oh, what?
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. This is what I thought the reaction would be when I say Rambo prequel.
Very weird.
Yeah,
How
they're doing a Rambo prequel. I don't think they need to do a Rambo prequel.
First Blood is the prequel.
Homie, you're not.
First Blood is just
the first movie.
Is the first book done?
Yeah.
Like he's in
Man
a
does
town.
not survive that.
Yeah, like
He does not. If you read the book, he does. I don't think he survives. I think they kill him. They straight up kill him.
But I guess
broken man.
I get what Josh is saying
PTSD
because Skinny, you're saying, and I think one of the things that a lot of people always forget about the Rambo franchise is Rambo is not the name of the first movie. The first movie is called First Blood. Mm-hmm. Then the second movie is called Rambo 2, right?
Yes.
And people never understood why it was Rambo 2 because there's no Rambo 1. There's First Blood and then Rambo 2. So the titles were always confusing the people, and some people were just like, so that's actually just Rambo 1, Rambo 2. So I'm with Skinny when I say we do have a prequel to Rambo. It is First Blood. That technically is
Rambo's done. Didn't they? Listen,
Rambo
First Blood came out, right? He did all the cool stuff. That series is done.
Wait, Rambo Last Blood 2019? They made movies for Rambo all the way
to You didn't see that one?
Yep.
Where you cut the dude's head off with the machete?
That was with him in Burma. So that's like Rambo's dealing with the issues in Burma. So he goes over, like he's in Burma, and then some what do you call them? Some mercenaries go over. Oh, we're gonna help them. You shouldn't do that. They're killing people out there.
Julie Benz is in it.
Please help us.
What? Yeah,
and then the newer one, the last one that came out, is him versus the cartels.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I do remember
his niece or something comes out to come see him, and blah 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 blah. Shit happens. He has to go beat up the cartel.
Yeah, man.
Sorry. So homeboy that's starring in this is from The Fosters. He played a heartthrob in To All the Boys I've Ever Loved Before, and the show. The show I was talking about was The Recruit 2022. The Recruit. He was also Atom Smasher in the Black Adam film with The Rock. But
okay.
But that movie then we don't talk
I kind of liked The League in that movie.
Yes.
It's so sad. It's like a lot of nice buildup of other stuff that could have came, and then just like
100%.
Gotta wipe that out.
Kenny, you were about to say.
Yeah, my bad. Julie Benz was in 2008's Rambo. That was
that's okay.
Rambo 3. And then there was the 5th Rambo that I haven't seen or I don't remember seeing, but I will watch again because it's Rambo.
There's just so many Rambo.
I had Rambo toys.
Was that good?
For us 80s kid, Rambo, I mean, Sylvester Stallone in Rambo was like the iconic kind of like crazy, because he is crazy. That's what, and I don't mean crazy because he has PTSD, but he is like a psychotic murderer the way he kills some of these people in these movies.
So,
we have no business watching it. So we got the cartoon version. And that's
why I've heard the cartoon was actually really good. It won awards and stuff, and it was like, hey kids, here's some serious stuff you gotta think. And I feel like that show kind of led to like the 90s having like more serious kid shows, like even like Hey Arnold had stories about, hey, remember this Asian guy that's living in his building? Well, he's from Vietnam, and he had to give up his daughter to like make sure she survived.
Dark.
And you know,
oh,
like,
you mean the
a lot
Asian
of
dude that was
heavy
always
stuff.
cussing out here? Yeah, I remember that episode. He was always angry for no reason. They're like, why is he so angry?
And then in the Christmas episode, Arnold goes out. Homeboy Arnold goes out, finds his daughter, brings her back to the house. It's like, hey, this is your daughter. He's like, oh my god, my daughter.
That's wild. Yeah, Ness. I think Rambo just was because you had Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
and an arms race.
Yeah, those two were like constantly.
Specifically, those two.
Those two were like actively playing. Like they were playing games with each other too.
Jean-Claude
like,
too. Don't leave out Jean-Claude. Come on.
No, but I'm saying
no. I wouldn't count Jean-Claude in that.
No?
I was saying specifically those two with the games they played with each other. Like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. This is like I don't know.
That was a psyop. That was mad.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was 40 chess. Freaking Schwarzenegger did.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger. So Stop and My Mom Will Shoot. Schwarzenegger read the script, knew the script wasn't great. Sylvester read the script. Sylvester was like, I'm not really interested. Arnold had it planted, like leaked to Sylvester's people that he was about to take it. He's like, yo, I'm taking this. I'm jumping in. And Sylvester wanting to scoop him, signed the deal to take the movie. Estelle Warren, is that her name? The mom? Getty, yeah, Estelle Getty. Thank you. The mom from Golden Girls signed
the old woman. Old woman from Golden Girls.
She signed on for the movie only if there were going to be no guns in the film. They told her there was, and they agreed to it, and then proceeded to give her a gun for her to shoot people in the movie. So this whole movie, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, had a bunch of like crazy things that were done. Really mean. Everyone was manipulated. Like Jaws said, it was like 4D chess, people playing games with each other, people lying to people on set. So that movie is already such a big mess. But yeah, Arnold and Sylvester were actively playing games with each other.
So basically, like if you watch First Blood is like a character movie. You're following this guy, this Vietnam vet who's Sylvester Stallone. He's a drifter, and he goes to a small town. The cops, the sheriff's there mess with them, and brings back his PTSD, and he starts wrecking all of these people in this little
Rebel
town,
Ridge style.
So
I think
it's kind of like revenge.
Yeah. So spoiler, Army comes back, pick him up, like, yo, nope, we got him.
Homie, you don't got to give a spoiler for a movie that's older than we are. Come on.
Totally. So like, that was the movie. The movie's a very tragic, character-driven movie, and very slow and methodical.
Yeah.
And then the arms race between Schwarzenegger and Stallone started happening. So Rambo 2 was more action, more I'm here with a gun, just shooting a bunch of people.
Like just the muscles vibrating.
No one's cutting me. I have 1 million bullets in this gun, even though I don't have 1 million bullets. That kind of nonsense.
Yeah, it looks like a boy movie.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, she's not wrong though. It's an old
like
school
that.
boys movie.
Like you want to when you say dumb 80s action movie, boom. That's
exactly. I can't say man because it's like
Rambo
for boys.
The amount of poor girlfriends who had to sit through some of these movies in the 80s because their boyfriends were just like,
don't do that. Don't do that, because the same week your girl's taking you to see Dirty Dancing, and ain't no nigga want to watch that. I'm sorry.
Oh, stop it!
Dirty Dancing is a good movie.
Dirty Dancing is a good movie,
puts
but
baby
like
in a corner.
Nah.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
All you guys lie about like.
Yo, you want to know something crazy about Dirty Dancing? You know what the undercurrent story of that is?
What?
Poor people can't get abortions.
Oh yeah, true.
The whole abortion subplot in that movie. Go back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm being dead serious.
But I mean, at the time that it was,
yeah,
because it's a movie that was filmed in the 80s, set in the 50s, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I always forget that it's set in the 50s.
Set in the 50s?
Yeah, Dirty Dancing is that.
And it's a big class divide. They go to this.
I always forget. Every time I remember the first time I watched it, I was just like, "This is an '80s movie." And then as an adult, I watched it again and found out like, "Oh, it's an '80s movie, but it's set in the '50s or maybe late, like early '60s at best." But it's
But it still gives 80s, like their hairstyle.
Of course, because
They
the
couldn't do it
80s,
good back then.
they didn't do a good job at a period piece. They just made an 80s movie that.
Well, here, skinny. I'll hook you up.
And they just said it was in the 50s.
But boy, what were they doing winding up their waists like that?
Exactly,
because it's a class thing, right? So all these rich people, they go up to the country club, and the people working at the country club are the poor class, and the poor class got all the moves. They know how to dance, they know how to do it. They're all mixing and mingling with other people from other cultures, but all the upper class are white people.
Skinny, essentially the Latino community that was already dancing like that close and stuff, like the idea is that like the poor community, because that's why I don't know if you guys know the sequel, but the sequel is like Latinos, and I was just like,
that's what I'm saying.
This makes more sense.
Havana Nights makes more sense now, but also, was Patrick Swayze supposed to be Latino?
No. I'm just. It's a class thing. It's not a race thing at the time. But Jaws isn't wrong when he's saying Patrick Swayze's character is on like lower income and thus has the moves of the communities he's interacted with. The idea being that like Black people, Latino people, like he's learned to dance.
Kind of like Step Up.
Yeah, like he's influenced by the people around him, and like the quote unquote poors of the world know how to dance a little.
Colored people.
Yeah. The risque dancing comes from this, whereas like she's like a proper girl, Jennifer Grey, right? I think
I think so, yeah.
Jennifer Grey.
This is literally like is this where Step Up like originated from? Because
I would say a bunch of the movies have taken from the Dirty
like the same story.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
they've all used.
You could say Dirty Dancing, or you could literally say any Bollywood movie. Poor ass dude gets with rich ass girl, and then they run around and dance, and then poor ass dude wants to marry the rich girl, but dad
everybody
says
wind
no.
up their waist.
Or what? That was silly.
But here, Skinny, this is what you do. If you don't want to see Dirty Dancing, you say, hey, let's do a double feature: Dirty Dancing and Roadhouse.
No. Oh yeah, true. Roadhouse.
All I was trying to say is you guys act like you don't like romance movies, but we all know you do.
Hey, I'm not pretending. Okay, I'm not pretending I don't like the movies, but there are some that I don't like.
Baby, bong bong.
That's fair.
Yeah, like like Notebook is okay, but I don't like that. Yeah, I don't.
That one's over the top.
Yeah, that one's dark. Like
Notebook is good. I love Notebook.
But, sure, but I mean, isn't the whole story homeboys reading her her diary because she don't remember nothing?
Yeah, she has
That's
Alzheimer's.
So depressing as a story. I was like,
I know I'm doing it. It happens to me.
Yeah.
I do feel like I have a. I do feel like a lot of.
He said one of the most romantic things.
Oh
shit! I'll do that. It's like, that's fair. All right.
You have the whole story.
Yeah,
you beat up another nigga to get the girl, and you won. Yeah, I'm reading that story back every day.
That's funny.
I always feel it's a little bit weird with a lot of rom-coms where it's like the girl already has a dude. Girl already has a dude, and then the other guy that she doesn't like all of a sudden comes into her life, and she cheats on her man to be with this dude she doesn't like, and then it turns out they were soulmates the whole time.
Yeah.
The end.
What? Which story is this?
It's almost all rom-coms. Like the girl already has a man, or she's engaged to somebody.
Oh, but he's usually a tool.
Like I'm thinking about a bunch of 90s.
I think my favorite part of this is that all the Christmas movies are just doing condensed versions of the 90s rom-com movies. Like the girl that goes to a small town, like that is just
all the Hallmark,
the Hallmark, but that's it. All those Christmas movies, they're just doing the 90s set in a small town at Christmas. That's essentially.
They don't do it well though.
No, they're horrible. They're almost all filmed in
the whole point. It's not
middle of nowhere, and they're just making crazy money making. And dude, honestly, if you can get background work in those, you're set. Because there's people I know who just do those movies. They do those movies for like 6 months a year, and they're set for the year. Like they
really,
yeah, because they just pop. Like there's a time of year which I'm guessing is around now. Like they just produce them. And then they just release them. It's quick turnover, like 2 weeks of filming, if that, and then they just send it to be edited.
It's probably spring.
Yeah. And then you have to add the fake snow for some of the scenes.
Yeah.
I know, like one of the guys I know who's done some of them was just like, was telling me like, yeah, man, sometimes when you're filming and you're wearing a winter coat and it's hot, you're trying to pretend like you're not sweating, you're trying to pretend like you're cold, so you're doing the shivering thing, but actually you're sweating your balls, like everything's sticking to you under your shirt.
It's so funny. I actually had to do I did a modeling gig in the fall, I think it was.
Okay.
And it was for a like Quebec winter wear brand. And it's for the winter shoot. I could just say it's called Chlorophylle.
Okay.
And they told us that we had to pretend it was winter.
yeah.
I mean, sorry, not pretend. Other opposite. Sorry, it was in the winter, and we had to pretend that it was summer.
Oh,
what?
Damn. So y'all are.
There was snow on the ground.
What? How does that even make sense? That's great.
There was they were not getting the ground, but like we would literally have to be in like t-shirts and like
my god,
caps, and they would just be like pretend like it's summer, and we'd be like. Freezing, like taking turns, like to go inside and warm up. Yeah,
That's
it was
nuts.
What they do for like sets is it's crazy.
Yeah, I always find that stuff super interesting. Sometimes when you see like, oh, we did a night shoot, but we have to make it daytime or vice versa. I'm like,
right?
What?
My retinas are gone.
Yeah,
they actually did that recently next to the gym I work at. They were filming. It looks like I don't know if it was a film or a TV show, but it was at night. And they had all these crazy lights set up
to make it look like daytime.
To make it look like day, and I was like, "Whoa,
God.
That's
yeah!"
cool.
It looked really cool.
Yeah. So all that to say, we're gonna have another Rambo movie, prequel to First Blood.
Are we excited?
I mean,
well, he's not going to be Rambo.
He's not going
to have the red bandana around his head or the red thing around his head and going like it might be him in training and getting there, but he's not going to be the.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's going to be this killing machine.
This to me feels like the Han Solo movie. You don't need to make it. You didn't need to make it. It's not a.
How was it in the end?
The Han Solo movie is.
Is it okay? Is it?
It passes the time, but it's an unnecessary addition to the Star Wars universe.
I would have liked to see a young Lando Calrissian movie. Maybe I think that would have been more interesting. I remember I read a novel back in the day about like him with the Millennium Falcon, and I was like, oh, that's a super cool book.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the best scenes to me in the movie shouldn't have been the time that Han and Lando are playing cards. Like that shouldn't be the most entertaining part of the movie to me.
But
their energy.
Sometimes
I mean, and like seeing the Kessel Run is pretty cool because you find out how he did. Because the Kessel Run, one of the things is parsecs is not a measurement of time, but a measurement of distance. So when he says he did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, like a lot of people equate it as he did it faster than other people, but he actually figured out a way to do it shorter than other people is what he's actually saying. And that's something you learn in the movie. That shouldn't be the main takeaway that I got for that movie, that I understand the Kessel Run better.
Well, I do remember I do remember back in the day they did like a 3-part young kid novel of Han Solo as a kid growing up, and this is why he understands Wookiees and this, that, and the other. So it's like a 3-part book, and it was really cool. It was a really fun book.
That's not legacy though. That's legacy now, right? It's not canon.
Yeah, it's legacy now. Sad to say,
that's always a sad one for Star Wars that they did away. But like I think you said it, Jaws, a couple weeks ago. Like, oh, at least they're cherry picking some of the more interesting things to include. Was that you?
I think so. Go ahead.
What's up?
I don't know if this is real because it was on Instagram, but I saw news that for Doomsday, did you guys see that? Apparently, 2 actors got into a huge fight and they had to change the script.
Ooh.
No, I don't know if that's news or not.
I'm gonna check because I'm like, I don't know.
Rumor.
Rumor. Don't know if it's an actual thing.
So this is a rumor for the upcoming Doomsday film that we are still wondering. Oh yeah, but I do see Yahoo Entertainment. Okay, 2 major Avengers stars reportedly had blow up on set. 2 actors starring in Avengers Doomsday reportedly aren't on very good terms. Marvel Studios Avengers Doomsday is currently in production, directed by Joe blah 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 blah. What reportedly happened? One of the recent episodes of the Hot Mic, Jeff Schneider, the In Schneider, for those of you who don't know him, he's a very big insider and when it comes to Marvel and DC stuff. Commented on some dysfunction he heard about on the Avengers set. The dysfunction I heard about on the set rivaled only by the Fast and Furious movie, Schneider said. I mean, we're alluded to an incident behind the scenes earlier in the shoot that I did not want to go into detail on. It was probably that someone made it sound more dramatic to me than it really was. There's a lot of testosterone and a lot of egos on set. A lot of people who think they know what the way is what way is the best way. In the end, there's only one person who matters, and that's actually Robert Downey Jr.
Interesting.
I mean, I can't.
Not what I was expecting.
I would say so. There's one thing that I will say. I would say one of the, and it's actually very interesting to hear this. One of the things that makes it hard for this movie to move forward in my mind is the fact that they brought back Robert Downey Jr. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
If you were, and this is funny enough, I can use the example of Disney. I'm Disney and I have Bob Iger. Bob Iger leaves, we get Bob Chapek. Chapek comes in. He's not doing the best job, but he's still finding his footing. They don't like him. They kick him out. And they bring back Iger. That's how it feels to see Downey come back in. It feels like they didn't have trust in anyone else in that group that of current heroes, that they had to bring someone back in. And I think that's unfortunate. I know that it sucks that Kang fell through because they decided not to work with him after his case. Jonathan Majors, in my opinion, doesn't deserve to be treated that way. It's an unfortunate thing, but there's a lot of other people. If you're going to talk about Marvel giving second chance, Robert Downey Jr. was a severe alcoholic. I'm not talking about his characters in the movie. I'm talking about the person. Robert Downey Jr. was a drug user and an alcoholic who had severe problems, and Disney said, hey, we're going to use this guy. We're going to continue. Like, he came back up. He had a bunch of acting gigs, and they were just like, 2008, we want to work with Robert. We're going to put him back.
I thought originally Disney didn't want to use him, but
they didn't want to use him.
But it was Guy Favreau was Guy Favreau and
John Favreau. John.
I keep saying it's Guy
Favreau's a
John Favreau and
isn't he the one
Terrence Howard? Terrence Howard vouched for him.
Blackface.
Yes. Yeah, he did do blackface in Tropic Thunder.
Right.
But that was the whole point of the character, though.
Yeah, the character
I know,
commentary on blackface.
yeah, I know, but it was
everyone's always trying to put
really
it
well done.
To accept that character, though.
I accept the character because it's a commentary on blackface. Like, you can't do a commentary on blackface without having someone do the blackface. So I understand that it sucks. He
gets called out. He definitely gets called
that's
out
the thing.
In the movie,
if you have the
I know, I seen it.
If you have the movie and you never call out the blackface, I would have a problem with that. But Brandon T. Jackson having that discussion with him, even though Robert kind of gets the upper hand in that argument, just the fact that something is said is just
satire.
It's like, oh, hey, you actually addressed the silly, ridiculous thing of this Australian playing a black, like
blonde,
blue-eyed Australian playing a black guy, like
who went through surgery to get all this done.
I know that it was
crazy.
Like, I know it was the point.
But I feel
I just feel like as a person, like accepting that role is like, it's tough. Like,
Don't get me wrong. It's supposed to make us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. But remember, this is how low on the totem pole Robert Downey Jr. was.
True, right. That's true.
He was still building.
He wasn't really Robert Downey Jr. yet.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't the guy we know now. He was still doing Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He was still just building it back up. Oh, I'm going to do this comedy thing because I'm actually good at comedy. And then
and the fact that you're Marvel and you don't want to give Jonathan Majors a chance with Kang. I understand domestic abuse is a completely different thing. I would say that if you watch the case and see the information, that this is very much a Depp and Heard situation where both of you were toxic and things went awry, and that should be a part of it. I don't think it's as simple as just saying they were abusing. But anyways, domestic abuse is domestic abuse. Disney doesn't want to be attached to it. They get rid of Jonathan Majors, and then they're like, well, what do we do now? There's every insider has been fed the story. We were already pivoting away from Majors before that even happened. We weren't going to do Kang. Bullshit. You guys decided to... Yeah, it's like that's one of the reasons I don't necessarily respect the insiders sometimes, because when they start spewing the same BS that we know is fake, that like, oh, Disney was pivoting away from Jonathan Majors and Kang before all that stuff happened. No, they're
just trying to sound politically correct.
Disney was going to pay the new guy a lot less, and then now bring in the old guy that they have to pay him more. They have to.
Right.
They already. It's in his clause. Like, yo, if you bring me back, you pay him.
You're paying me half the trucks in the world backing up on my doorstep with the money, and that's the thing. Like,
he says,
yeah. So Jonathan Majors being gone, you go in and you decide to bring in Robert Downey Jr. and the Russo brothers, who, by the way, since they left Marvel, have not done a good job on anything. Like Gray Man, none of their movies have landed. So, like,
they made a lot of movies. They're not
yeah, man. I gotta say, like, if I'm Disney, I'm worried about this movie because we have all the players, it's like, you know what it is. And I'm guys, this is one of those few times I'm going to use basketball analogy.
Oh, okay.
It's like having Jordan and his team in 93 and then coming back to them in 2000 and being like, we know y'all haven't played. We know y'all ain't as strong, but can you win one more chance?
You've been smoking and drinking for a long time.
Can you win another championship for us? And then all the kids are excited because it's Jordan and all of them back together, but you're just like, they're not going to win the championship together. The minute they get on the court, they might have some of the magic, but there's a whole generation of younger people that are going to do it better. And I think there were other people that would have done it better.
1.5 periods in them, 1.5 a bit. I don't think they got a whole. I didn't have to play a series.
Yeah,
a series.
Exactly.
If they make it all the way to the end, they got to play a series. That's nuts. That's crazy.
I'm lost. What movie are you guys at now?
Avengers Doomsday.
So but in terms of the basketball reference,
hear the news.
No, I caught the news, but in terms of the basketball reference, but I didn't hear the news. What is it?
That there was an argument on set between two of the actors. One of the insiders has said that things have been getting kind of rough, and then Ness was saying she heard part of the rumor is that they changed the script so that these two didn't have to interact as much. And I was saying bringing back Downey was already a mistake. One of the parts of the article is that egos are coming into play, and I can understand if you have your team
high profile people.
Like, guys, how old is the median age in this crew? Like, how old is Robert Downey Jr.? How old is Pedro? How old is
he? Like 50s?
Like, they're all
a bunch of 50.
Downey's older.
Yeah, they're all 50s.
No, Downey's probably closer to 60.
Yeah,
he's closer to 60. Pedro's about 50. We got Thor, who's like my age.
Thor's not that old.
Homeboy Hawkeye's about 45.
And that's if he comes back. Because remember,
they're all middle aged.
Ant-Man's 50 for sure.
He's 60.
That nigga don't age.
He's 60. Paul Rudd looks super good.
Yeah,
he's 60.
Black.
Paul Rudd sold his soul to the devil, and that's why.
He's got some black for sure. Yeah, a lot of 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds.
Shang-Chi hasn't been seen in the MCU since God knows when. That's another thing.
Oh, yeah, what happened to him,
dude? Honestly,
supposed to do a second one.
The post-credit scene of his movie, where you're being told something's going on, and you have everyone pop up on the little screens, and then nothing. I'm like, this is a mistake. I don't understand what they're doing. You can't just skip over this dude like that. It's ridiculous, but
they're gonna do it.
And it was good. He was good. I'm not saying he's like gonna be a huge. I don't think he would play a huge role, to be honest.
Right.
In, like, Avengers, but he was fun. It was a breath of fresh air watching that one.
Funny enough, I'm more interested in what his sister's gonna do, because remember, the sister takes over a criminal organization. That to me is I want to see.
They don't know what to do with that.
We'll never hear about that again.
We're never gonna hear about it again, dude. I serialized the app that I use to track my TV shows. I haven't logged in forever, and I started tracking all my stuff recently. And when I started tracking all my stuff, I'm realizing how many shows Disney has listed as miniseries and not series. Like, all the Disney shows are listed as miniseries. Ironheart, all of them. So they never have to give us more seasons. They can just one and done it.
Wow.
Where I don't think they keep telling us maybe we'll get another Moon Knight. We're not going to get another Moon Knight, but that's another one that you left you kind of hinted at something in the post credit, and then we're not going to get it. And same thing with this Shang-Chi ended, and they said they were going to make a show about the sister, or they were going to show us the sister running that organization, and we've never seen anything yet. So
this might be a dumb question, but
no such
in the comics, were the Avengers always a mostly predominantly white team?
Yes.
Yes, but there is a team called the Mighty Avengers at one point that is Luke Cage, Monica Rambeau, and like a bunch of like people.
Yeah. But it's also that was 2000 what, like 8?
Yeah, that was later. And then there's also another team
Avengers
called
have been around since the 60s.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I know.
Yes,
the history, 100%. Yeah, they've predominantly always been white. But then there was also another team recently that was, I would say, a stronger team than the Avengers, and that was made up of almost exclusively people of color. It was the Ultimates. It was Black Panther, America Chavez, Monica Rambeau, Carol Danvers. You know how Carol be hanging with black people. And then the Latino Ant-Man. I don't remember his name.
What?
Grady?
There's a third. Oh, is that his name?
O'Grady, the shitty one that people didn't like.
Yeah, Miguel O'Grady or something.
Yeah. He was like a dickhead. Nobody liked him.
Yeah, but so he
sacrificed himself and redeemed himself.
Right, but there's like that team, in my opinion, was actually stronger than the Avengers team at the time, and took on Thanos and defeated Thanos.
Oh, okay.
Like they have a story, and it's not like Squirrel Girl where it's like a silly thing. They actually beat Thanos in a battle. Blue Marvel was on the team too. What's up, Joss?
Where's Wonder Man?
The show, because the show is coming. The show's coming this year. The show's supposed to come out at the end of this year. Which, once again, you're not wrong. Black character. He was originally white, but Yaya's playing him now. So.
Because the guy that originally played Ben Kingsley's in there too. He's his agent or something. So now the Mandarin is his agent. Now he's out of jail
or like working. Yeah. That's gonna be ridiculous. That's another one. Wonder Man feels like what they wanted to do with She-Hulk, where it's gonna be comedic but also kind of grounded. And it's unfortunate to me that She-Hulk didn't get another chance because I didn't love She-Hulk, but it's the type of show. She-Hulk to me was.
I remember you saying it was entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. Like, there's definitely paths that they took that weren't the strongest or best decisions, but She-Hulk kind of felt like how, and this is a thing that goes way back. Seinfeld, season 1 of Seinfeld, by the standards of then, would have been canceled, but they decided to just give it a chance. Yeah. And She-Hulk kind of has that same energy of like, if you just give this a chance, it could actually do well. But you know, it is what it is. Especially with a female lead, they weren't going to give it a chance, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What else do we have on the list? Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Hit us.
No, I mean, I don't have much to say, but I watched the first episode of Alien Earth.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, I wanted to talk about Alien Earth. I watched the 3rd episode. I won't spoil anything.
And
for you.
Well,
you're okay with me? I can do it without spoiling. I gotta say, the kids continue to be one of the best elements of the show because
really,
every time I watch something and the kids do something silly and they're interacting with other people who don't know their children, it is one of the best things to see people be like, why are you acting like this? Like, it's just like there's a scene in the 3rd episode where someone goes, you're just kids. Like he says out loud to them, and then they go, we're not kids. And you're like, oh my God.
Like throw a tantrum.
Yo. And every time I'm like, it really does. It's such a funny thing to write the story where you can excuse the bad decisions because they're children. And I know, Jaws, you were laughing at me last time because you were saying they finally did a thing to get around Brian's annoyance of basic logic. And it's true. They did. They found a way to get around my basic annoyance of logic.
You can't get mad.
I can't get mad. And it's entertaining. Like, they're doing something that I'm worried about, but we'll see how that goes. But ultimately, you'll see. You'll see in the 3rd episode.
Okay. So far, though, it's good. I like how they... Yeah. I like how the pace is. It's not too slow. Usually it's a really slow start.
My only one thing about pacing is I can tell when they put the breaks for commercial and when the transition is a regular transition. Because when I'm watching the show, there's transitions where it just fades to black and it has a long gap before it goes to the next scene.
I think I noticed that.
Yeah, but then there's other times where it goes from one scene to the other and they do a kind of a fade over.
Okay,
and I'm like,
yeah,
and I'm like, why do they keep doing these weird black fades and cutting?
I thought it was just bad editing.
Yeah, me too. I was just like, what is this weird editing they're doing? And it's like, no, this is where the commercial is supposed to go. And I was like, oh, this is pulling me out of it every time.
I forgot how TV is.
Yeah. And the fact that they keep making shows for streaming, and they have, because ad supported is the most financially beneficial version for them, right? Like they make more on advertising than they do for subscriptions. So
I just realized we're kind of going backwards. Like we used to have
100%,
cable
100%.
TV with commercials, and then we moved to streaming because we didn't want commercials, and now we're going back to streaming with commercials.
And their shitification is what they call it.
What do they call it?
In-shitification, where you present a product to somebody and it's, oh, this is an awesome product, and then you purposely make it worse and worse. Well, where else are you going to get my product from? Make it worse and worse.
Yeah. But that's it. In the show, when I'm watching it and I see the black fades versus the cross fades, I'm like, commercial break. Like it's so apparent, and it's such an unfortunate thing because I'm watching it on
out of it.
Yeah, and I'm not watching it with the commercial breaks. So if you're someone who's paying for the Disney Plus no ad version, I don't want the version where it's obvious that you guys cut this for commercials.
I guess that was their way of cutting costs, but
yeah. Well, I like it though. I find the show very entertaining.
The first episode, though, I have to say, I hope it gets better, but the VFX
a little rough. Yeah. I mean, I think it's because
it's on a budget.
Yeah. Are you talking about the xenomorph and how it looks a little plastic? Yes.
Yeah.
So every
and how it moves.
Yeah. Every comment I've seen has been the xenomorph looks like it's a xenomorph for TV and not for the film.
Yeah.
And I get what people are saying.
That's the one unfortunate thing, because the Alien movies were so. That was the one thing, was their VFX for the Alien movies was so good.
Agreed.
So realistic looking, realistic moving. Literally, you can I feel like you can. It makes you crawl looking at it. But with this one, I was like, nah, it doesn't look the same.
You're talking specifically when it bares its teeth by the elevator, and it's just the silver looks like plastic.
Elevator?
No,
I know the first scene I noticed it was when he was in the. He's in the engineer room.
Oh yes, and the Indian girl from
Never
Have I Ever
trying to get in, and yeah. So that scene was the first scene I noticed it a lot.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's moving kind of weird.
It's moving weird because I mean, it is a person in a suit still, but.
Oh right, that's true. But I shouldn't know that. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Notice that it's a person in a suit.
Yeah,
and even some of the powers that when they're showing the characters their powers.
Yeah,
it's a bit.
Are we talking about our cyborg homie with the blade in his hand that looks like a really, really bad Terminator? You just see a blade go.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, that one's a bit wonky, but it was whatever. But what's the main girl's name again?
Wendy.
Her. I don't know. I just noticed one scene where she's jumping off a cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cliff jump.
And I was like, that's a little rough.
I knew exactly what you're talking about when you said Wendy. I was like, yeah, the cliff jump. The cliff jump is bad.
It's not honestly, it's not gonna stop me from watching because the show's pretty good, and I like the writing, but I hope that it gets better.
They've Brian-proofed the show a little bit. That's I have to give it a little bit of grace. So.
Yeah. Okay, but you're saying it's worth it to watch to keep going?
Episodes 3 still continues to be very good, and I like some stuff that's happening. I like what one of the characters is doing, how he's manipulating things, and I'm interested. And you find out some more stuff, which is cool. There's some stuff that I didn't realize about Morrow, Mr. Morrow's character, the black guy that's Cyborg. That you like, and I was like, oh, cool. Okay, this makes more sense to me. So I look forward to it. I do look forward to it. I think it's cool.
Okay. I should be caught up by next week.
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out. This is quick before we get to Jaws' Tyler, the Creator music videos. I wanted to give a shout out to Free Rent, the anime. 28 episodes. I just binged through all of them. It's essentially watching a D&D. You're watching D&D from the perspective of an elf who lived so long that and like, you know how elves are depicted, right? They're kind of like aloof and disconnected because for them it's just like, oh, like, you know, they'll tell a friend, oh, I'll come and see you sometime soon, and then they show up 50 years later and the friend's just like, bitch, where the have you been? And they're just like, what? It's only been half a century. It's like, we don't live that long. So there's a lot of that in the show that it makes it really funny when Freeran interacts with people. And she has a pretty cool team. Like, she builds her team like, oh, we have a tank, we have a priest, we have this, we have that. So it's really cool. And because it's not like my cousin told me it's an isekai, it's not like a shonen, a battle shonen. So
you know what an isekai is?
Kind of a fantasy world anime.
It's basically a character is dropped into another world.
Okay, so
a fantasy world or a this or a that.
Okay, so it's not an isekai then, because she's not dropped in. Everyone is from that fantasy world.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
To my understanding, isekai is someone's from another world, it's like placed. You know, from our world, and they drop into another world.
Okay, so this isn't an isekai. I'll tell my cousin then, but whatever it is very entertaining to watch an elf have these kind of interactions with everybody, and it is like it's just fun to watch. I would highly recommend it. If you guys are looking for like just a cool, simple, relaxing, like I was telling my partner, one of the reasons I like watching shows because it's relaxing. Like the interactions, there's maybe only like a handful of fight scenes, but the rest of it is just them walking in like the middle of nowhere. There's full episodes where they're just stuck in a cabin in the middle of winter, and it's just showing you how they interact. And I'm like, why is this interesting? Why is this a good story?
little slice of life.
Yeah, it feels a little slice of lifey in a like a fantasy world with an elf.
We watch a lot of like YouTube videos, but there's no dialogue, and it's just like somebody camping outside.
Oh, so
you're like mundane.
So that's actually, that style of TV is called slow TV. It's actually
slow TV. Yes, slow TV.
Slow TV is very popular in Scandinavian countries. Funny enough.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so if you're looking for good slow TV stuff, I would suggest looking up like Norwegian or like
I feel like a lot of the things we do watch ends up being like
there's I had to do research for this one time because there was a work project that was going to potentially have slow TV, and when I was researching it, I found out one of the first slow TV videos was just a train going from one station to the next. So it's just someone set up the camera and filmed a 12-hour train ride, and
that's a little too slow.
But people watched it, like it got millions of views. And
I mean, there's
like,
something relaxing about it. It's I guess it kind of eases your mind in a way.
Okay, so I'll mention this: if you are interested in slow TV, and you want a comedic slow TV, which I never thought they could do, CBC on CBC Gem has a slow TV show. I don't remember what it's called, but it has comedy elements in it. So it's like one of them is in a museum, and it's a camera. It's like a security camera perspective. But as you're watching that, there are silly things happening, like there's like
with people in the
like someone like tripping over something, and like so there are performers performing.
Oh my God. Greg would love this
in a slow TV environment, which is very interesting. But I don't remember the name of the show. I'll try to look it up. But it's on.
Yeah, let me know. Greg
CBC
loves
Gem, by the way.
slow TV. It's like what he goes to bed to every night.
Oh, I totally get it. If you are not, if you're outside of Canada, CBC is our like national broadcaster. So they have a lot of great Canadian content. So yeah. Anyways, Tyler the Creator, one of the only artists to have two music videos from two eras going on at once, is what people are saying. Yeah. How do you? Why? Who does this? You're competing against yourself. Last time this was done, as far as I know, was DMX when he released 2 albums in 1 year.
I think he said. I remember he was talking. I can't remember where, but he was like, "If you have something you want to put out, put it out. Just put it out. It doesn't matter. Just put it out. Just, like, why hold on to it? Why wait? Why wait for the next cycle? Like, just freaking put it out. Just get the music out there. Let the people hear it. Like, just so you can move on to the next thing. Like, it doesn't make sense. At least that's his. Like, why wait till you're 50? Like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna put out something. I'm like, why wait? Why just do it?
Interesting. Yeah.
So
he has 2 videos that just came out. He released "Sugar on My Tongue."
Yep.
Off of Don't Tap the Glass.
So that was 8 days ago.
Yeah.
From when we're recording, "Sugar on My Tongue" came out 8 days ago from the album Don't Tap the Glass, which came out a few weeks ago.
Right.
And then the music video for Darling I came out yesterday.
Yes.
Or today. Was it today or yesterday when we were talking about
yesterday, the 19th?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's from his last album, which was also earlier this year, Chromacopia.
The one that I went to the show.
Hey.
Great
and
show.
They're both wild. Both of the music videos are wild. So I'll start with Sugar on My Tongue. So just the song itself is just him saying that this girl is so sweet. She's like sugar on his tongue. And the video takes place in one room and he's on the left side of the screen and the girl that he's talking about is on the right side of the screen. And so he's kind of hollering at her kind of thing. But they're kind of both together. And so the chorus goes, tell your mom. And then her mom shows up on her side of the screen. Tell your dad. Then her dad shows up on that side of the screen, and tell your sister, and then her sisters show up. So like sugar on my tongue. So as it's going,
that's funny.
Their costumes change. So like I guess the second verse, I can't remember the second or third verse. Second verse, they're in S&M gear. So he's gimped out.
Jesus.
Oh,
and
goodness.
She's got like the mask and everything. And then
this is so on par for Tyler.
There's a leash that she's holding that's going all the way to him. And so, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I've added the video to the screen for people, so yeah. So continue, sorry, you were saying.
And so, the second verse, they're in S&M
I like
costume.
the visuals.
It's really good.
Yeah, if you guys are listening to this, go check out the podcast on YouTube. You can see the music video. But yeah, so Jaws, continue. What were you saying?
So so in the second verse, he's gimped out, S&M stuff. So tell your mom, and then mom shows up, in her underwear and panties, and then tell your dad, and he's just in his boxer.
Oh my god!
And his sisters, and they're both dressed up
in Tyler fashion.
And then the last verse, they're both naked.
Oh, bye. Okay.
Literally,
they're both. And they're blurred out.
Oh, it's blurred out.
They're both naked, and they're going to.
I mean, if he wants people to be able to watch a video, he's definitely have to blur it out. Tyler's crazy, but he's not that crazy. He still wants
the crazy part happens, or he cuts his tongue off.
Sorry,
straight up cuts his tongue off. Boom, cuts the tongue off, and then the chorus hits, and then it cuts, and then there's this giant tongue in the middle of the screen. And the girl's riding the tongue, so like sugar on his tongue.
Oh my god, that's crazy!
It's just wild.
Tyler
that's so
is
crazy.
Wild,
insane,
and that song isn't that long too.
It.
Sugar on My Tongue is like what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, about his songs are like
it's a very short song.
He was really good at Oshaga, by the way.
He was great at his concert. I can only imagine his.
His concert was probably 10 times better. But he was also great at Oshaga.
I didn't get this. That's the thing. You guys got to hear Tap on the Glass songs. Don't Tap the Glass songs though, right?
Yeah, but he teased it.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't do like a full.
Oh really? He didn't do like.
Oh, it was just a tease. He did it for like a few, like maybe like 30-40 seconds, and then stopped it and changed the song.
Oh really?
But it got everyone like so excited.
Yeah, because at his Chromacopia show, people were begging him like every time. Because I don't know if people have seen the concert, but or if you've been to the concert, part of the concert is that he like does a part where he goes into a house and starts going through his record collection, and then he pulls out his records one by one at different eras, and then he performs the song off of that album. So everyone kept screaming, "Don't Tap the Glass," because the concert I went to was the day after he had released the album.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. But I think one of the reasons he wouldn't have done that because it wouldn't have been fair, right? Like if he starts like people didn't get it before, and then you get to
and that's probably why he didn't do it at Oshaga either.
Yeah,
and then
he said that a special show.
Yeah, like, but I think it was part of his like tour in a way because he said that he was like at Oshaga. He was like, I've been doing shows nonstop. Like after this, I have 2 weeks off.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because he did Lollapalooza and Oshaga in the same weekend too.
Yeah, so he mentioned that he has like a break. So I don't think he was like, I don't think it was part of the show to like do it. But
interesting. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think we'll have a chance to talk about Darling I too much. I do know that Jaws wanted to talk about this specific part, so I'll let him.
Yeah. So
So
Nia Long. So in the music video, he's dating a bunch of different girls, and one of them's Nia Long, and Nia Long licks the side of his face, and every black
Every young black
millennial
man.
guy is just all jealous, mad jelly.
I am.
She looks the same. Wow.
She looks exactly the same, and I'm very annoyed that the fact that she licks his face is what made me the most mad. Because I was like, it's
You're
one
like,
thing. Because Nia Long being in a music video, god damn, Nia Long being in a music video is normal to me. But Nia Long being in a music video, licking your face and holding your face, I'm like, you bastard.
Io?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Io
Of other...
Yeah,
Oh my
Io Edebiri
God.
plays the girlfriend to the Chromacopia character, the one with the mask on.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. There's a bunch of different like featured girlfriends in this music video. I don't recognize all but this is Willow. Willow Smith plays the Black Panther girlfriend.
Oh, that's Willow Smith. Oh,
yeah, Willow Smith in that part. So this music video is cool. It's a bunch of different eras, kind of like different energy. I think it's supposed to be the same era, but he's just dating different girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think like I thought it was supposed to be over time, like different times a year, like over
like
years.
A period, yeah.
But I started to realize that the bus at the beginning is kind of a 50s bus.
Yeah.
Mind you, this era feels like the 80s.
Is like,
yeah.
Really? I was gonna say early like 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Because of her like juicy.
Oh yeah, the pop collar. But
Yeah.
what's Nipsey Russell's wife? I feel so bad.
I think it is though over the eras.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hold on.
Because
like your first guess is probably right.
Because the theme of the movie is basically like the music video is that he's giving his heart to all these women.
Laura London, Ayo Edebiri, Nia Long, Willow Smith, and then the first girl I don't recognize.
Wow, what a cast.
Yeah, he got a really good cast. This young woman I don't recognize.
Yeah, this one I don't know either.
The first girl.
Out.
Yeah. By the way, once again, if you guys are listening to this, go check it out. Go check us out on YouTube so you can see all the different because we have the video up and as we're discussing it. But yeah, I highly recommend people go check out his music videos because Tyler is a very creative person and his music videos are always super cool.
Talented.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
And he directed this.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
He directed
nice.
Darling Eye. Okay.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Guys, I think that's pretty much it. We're at the end of the show. Is there anything you guys want to tell the people?
I would say check out Transformer Slag and the Toy Armada podcast with Aaron Archer on YouTube.
And yeah, I mean, I don't have anything major going on. Just continue checking us out here on Free X Agents Media. Check us out, GeekCypha.com. Follow us on socials. All our socials are usually on the screen. Brian Holiday, Jaws D, Whoa, It's Ness. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for listening.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.